All right, welcome to a very special episode of Cosmic Road, where we are joined by the one and only Jaime Maussan. Thank you so much for joining us, Jaime.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you very much for your interest.
Yeah, I know you're a busy man, and we're going to do a short talk today, but I wanted to get your insight onto why the Ministry of Culture is classifying the radiological results of two of the Nazca mummies.
Because they say it's not good for their interest. As you know, I sued the Ministry of Culture and the government of Peru because they defamed me when they said that I had presented fake bodies at the Congress of Mexico. And that's it's very bad, it's very grave because, as you know, you cannot lie in a place like that. And they said that I did. And then all the media around the world said that I had lied. I had presented something fake. And that's the reason I sued them. And they never had investigated the bodies. The first time they did was September last year when they sent Maria. They asked the University of Ica to get the body of Maria for a few hours. They took it to the hospital, and in the analysis by Dr. Carlos Candia, he found that the body was real, that it has not been altered, and that proves that we said the truth, that the bodies are absolutely authentic. And since they got the results officially, they don't want to declassify that because it would make them guilty. And it seems that there is a way in the law of Peru that they can avoid to present this to the public because that would prove that they had never investigated. A judge said that because the Minister of Culture had never investigated, they couldn't present charges against two of the academics, two professors from the University of Ica. Those professors were accused to be huaqueros or robbers, tomb robbers, and for 2 years they were challenged illegally. I mean, they wanted to put them in jail, and force them to release the bodies they had. Unfortunately, they didn't, and now the the prosecutors had to accept the resolution from the judge, and now that charge has been completely, finished. It's released. They don't have anything now to prove because they are now considered innocent people. And now, because of that, the lawsuit that I presented, very probably I will win this lawsuit, and this will allow me. What I really want is to have a permission, official permission, from the government of Peru to take the bodies out of Peru to universities in Europe and United States under the supervision of Dr. John McDowell, one of the best forensic experts in the US. He has accepted to direct this investigation. And we have the people in Peru, my friends, have 8 humanoid bodies, besides 3-4 of the small bodies. And we are going to take them all, and the heads and the hands and everything we have, to all these scientists, and they will be able to investigate them and to come to the truth, because there is so much to investigate. The implants inside is technology that could prove just that these creatures are not from this earth, or they were created by creatures, by beings not from this earth. And this is why it's now more and more important, especially after in the United States, the very disappointment resolution explanation from the White House and the Pentagon saying that the so-called drones were in reality military drones. That's the biggest lie I have ever heard.
It doesn't make any sense, Jaime. Yeah, it's a total BS.
Yeah, and I
it is.
President Trump is realizing how much credibility he lost right there when he promised to tell us the truth and he didn't. And I think that's very important. And in this moment, this case, if we can prove over the next few months that we have in our hands something that should be investigated, that is probably extraterrestrial, this would change history. And it would be the best thing that could happen at this moment to force the authorities in the US finally to recognize that whatever is flying there is not from this world, my friend.
So what can you tell us about the Ministry of Culture specifically classifying the results of the radiological results, I guess that's x-rays and so on, of those two specimens? Have they actually classified them? Is that done yet? Or are they in the thinking about it?
I don't know if they classified it, but all I know is they don't want to release the results, period.
If they released it, they would have to admit to it. They would have to admit that these are real.
Automatically would lose the lawsuit. That's the problem. At this moment, that $300 million is not just a game, my friend.
Yeah.
But my idea, my plan is, I don't care about the money. People have to understand that. I don't care about the money. Yes, I'm going to take a few $1 million, and probably 4 or 5, because of all the work, all the expenses, everything we have done, just to cover practically our cost, and all the rest, I don't know how much, but it's going to be used to build an institution that would present and investigate and protect all the bodies that we have, and we'll try to find others that are around the world. I think we can locate a few of them and bring them back to Peru and create this center, because there is so much to investigate right there. You know, in Nazca is a very mysterious place. All these lines, all these things that there are so many things in there that are going to attract the attention of people once we are able to present these bodies at this institute of investigation.
Well, I hope you do. And I think that Dr. John McDowell is exactly the sort of man that would be taken seriously by the worldwide scientific community. I can't wait to see what his results are and the further investigation. I hope you're able to go as far as you can go. What are your next steps?
Well, that's my next step is right now is that, you know, what I mean is to win this lawsuit and to be able to start having all this project and try to recuperate the bodies, to protect the bodies. You know, it's so much to do that there. Here in Mexico, I'm building a television channel, a real one, I mean, a mainstream media television channel that will present all these kind of things live, you know, whatever is happening in the world. And besides, I'm very interested in the climate change. I'm very interested in the extinction of animals. I'm very interested in the protection of animals and to also to increase the education of little boys by giving them scholarships and tablets and computers and so on. If they get straight A, we want to do all that and so much more. To have a daily UFO show where we will present whatever is happening, but now it's going to go to the general population of Mexico in an open television on the air. And I think that's very important. Don't have anybody else because it's so much what I'm doing right now. I don't have a minute, my friend. I don't have
it sounds like it. I know you're busy. One more question. I mean, I have 1,000 questions for you, Jaime. I wish you had a few hours, but just one question about the bodies. One thing that has really intrigued me is those little beings with the wing-like appendages on the back, the little things that are sticking out the back. What are those things? What do you think they are?
2 of them. We have 2. No, I don't know, but they are pterodactyls. So that's what is amazing. And there are more. I am on the process to, well, through other people, because I'm here, they are there. I'm helping them to get. There are other kind of creatures. There are some creatures that have like what, like the sharks, like fins in the head, and very strange things. I mean, don't believe me until you see them, until you investigate them. But there are incredible things there, and everything was together. This was a cemetery. I mean, it was, there were so many bodies. You cannot imagine. People cannot imagine what is there. This is just the point of the iceberg. You know, the tip of the iceberg. What we're presenting.
Okay,
You know,
one more
and
question. One more question. Did you see the video of the Siberian alien in the snow? That small alien that was. Some people think, and they've done analysis on that video, showing the three little holes in the side of its face and neck that are like very similar to some of the small Nazca beings. Do you think there's some similarity between that being, if that was a real being,
I
and
cannot.
potentially the Nazca beings?
Very interesting. I think, yeah. Well, so one of the things I have to investigate it. If we are able to open this, can you imagine how many people would specialize in this? There is so much in every single body. There is so much because the bodies, we have bodies of a fetus, we have bodies of little kids, teenagers, young adults, and old adults. We have eight bodies that were recuperated very painfully, very difficulty, because it was not easy, and now they are waiting to be investigated. Once they are investigated, they are going to be delivered to a special foundation that will control all of this, or as an institution, and the benefits are going to be for the people of Nazca and Palpa. They deserve this, and I hope once we build this institute and so on, we will be able to attract millions of people for the benefit of all the people that lives in Nazca and Palpa. And that's when everybody's going to realize how important is all this. And probably now they will be able to find so many more things, and the history is going to change.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck on all that. I can't wait to see what happens. I know we said we were only going to talk for 15 minutes. So thank you so much for explaining that to us and walking us through that. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, my friend. Anytime you want.
All right. Godspeed, and talk to you next time.